Welcome to today's enrichment of the month. I'm pretty excited about this one. We are doing a puzzle. We haven't done a puzzle in a few months, and this one has a lot of elements that we see often in puzzles. We have, here it is. This is it's a Frisco. It's by Chewy. It's like a lot of the ones, it's kind of like an Outward Hound one that I know, where you have these sliding pieces. These are really nice and easy for dogs to get. Sometimes they trip up around the corners, but this is a really nice one actually for dogs that are kind of new to puzzles. One thing that they also have is these kind of slidey things, and I'm a little bit confused about this, and I'm a person, but they're kind of difficult to get across. So I'm going to show you kind of a way around that. I'm not sure if maybe I'm doing something weird or not. You see these all kind of move smooth, but then there's a few of them where it gets kind of gets stopped up by these little things. So we'll see how it works with my doggies. I think that they might struggle a little bit moving these, but these are going to be really nice. One thing about this toy that I really like that you don't see in a lot of puzzles like this is actually that this slides over and it comes, got a little lever, which is nice, it stops it. There we go. Is that it comes out like this. So one, this is really good for cleaning. You're able to clean these out. This can go right in the dishwasher. You can wash this as well, but the water is gonna be able to get in better than if this doesn't slide out. And another thing that I really like about this is you can use wet food a lot easier. Sometimes I do shove it in to these where they don't even come out, but I worry that I'm not gonna be able to wash it, or that, you know, I'm gonna leave some stuff in there, or they're not gonna get it. But this coming out means that I can put the wet food, or, you know, if you want to put egg or anything else in there. So you can do a mixture of wet food and dried treats. This is great because it adds a bit of sensory enrichment. You're offering different things in each hole. So the dogs that live here are a little bit picky. So we're just gonna do some of their food because one of my dogs decided not to eat today. So we are gonna see if maybe putting it in a puzzle will interest her a little bit more. If you have a dog that like fruits, vegetables, I'm gonna put a little bit of yogurt in actually, because she does like yogurt. You can use all of that, and then each one's gonna be a little bit different, which is gonna be pretty exciting for them. Okay, so today I have some pretty simple options. I've got a little bit of food here because we had a little someone who didn't want to eat dinner today. We've got, I know, we've got a little bit of just plain Greek yogurt, nothing's fancy there. They also really like cottage cheese. We're out of cottage cheese today, so we're gonna use a little yogurt. And then I have, you know, some junk food, some little bites of treats and jerky in here that she really likes. So we've got a mixture of some more healthy options and some junk food options. I always say it's really important to make sure that we are supporting dogs' health when we're doing enrichment. So moderation is key, and balance, of course. Together is pretty easy because we have this little board. So we can really just, ooh, that's gross, put in some of these wet pieces. It's a lot easier than having to do little slots with the whole thing. This comes out, so it's like actually pretty easy. I'm super excited about this actually. And I'm gonna kind of go in a little pattern, mix the healthy things with the less healthy things. We've got a cat over here wanting some of it as well. Okay, and then I've got some yogurt, so I'm gonna do the same thing. You can always do this frozen, fill it up, let it freeze, and then slide it in after. That's also a really cool use of this tray. It's like a little ice tray. Make sure you don't fill it too high so things don't expand, but that in the summertime would be a really good way to do some more sensory enrichment and also slow down the velocity at which some dogs get the puzzles. This one isn't incredibly difficult, so they might do it sort of fast. And I always say freezing things really does slow them down. Okay, so we really struggle with rebellion in my household. We get a little bit frustrated sometimes with the puzzles, both my cats and my dogs. The dogs will pick up the puzzle, take it to the sofa, and then drop it and see what comes out like a piñata. So today, especially because these little buttons or like slidey things don't all move super easily, she may need to work at it and move it. I'm not sure if she's gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna use this double-sided tape. It's easy, I got it on Amazon. It's like $5 to $7. And I'm gonna put it on my kitchen floor. I don't do this on my hardwood floor because I'm fiercely protective of them and this stuff is pretty sticky. But on laminate or, you know, bathroom, kitchen floor, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if I can get it held down at least enough that she's gonna do the whole puzzle while it's on the ground and not try to walk away with it. These little grooves in here, you can see that kind of stop these things. So I'm not sure if that's intentional. She hasn't quite figured out how to get them past it on her own, but I did put yogurt in, so she's attempting to get what she can. But I think it might be too hard for her to push, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for her. Okay, pretty good there. Pigeon. My other dog, who just ran off, will sometimes do puzzles, but she gets really stressed out with others in the room, so we typically put her in her own room to do. Okay. Come on. Good girl. Awesome job. Awesome job. She's not really having trouble moving these actually, so some of these are stuck. She hasn't gotten to them. I'm kind of showing her, so she's getting it though, more or less. Okay, well, the cats broke their concentration also. Enrichment, not so much for my cats, but I really like this toy. I like the puzzles that are easy to clean. This one definitely is. The tray also makes it really easy to put different types of treats on it. You can use little kibbles, you can use tiny training treats, you can use yogurt, you can use lots of different stuff in this. You can also take it out and freeze it, which is super cool. Check in next month for a new enrichment toy of the month, and always follow along on Instagram for tips and tricks for enrichment. See you next time. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for her. A bigger dog could probably get it easily, but like you can see there, it's like really